Your life is your choice. You have a choice of what you say yes to, what you say no to, what you do, what you believe, what you think. But you've always got to be mindful of the pervasive danger of people pleasing. I've learnt this lesson the very long, very hard, and very uncut kind of way. Let's get some innuendo in there. And if you're going to focus on the things that really matter to you, it is essential that you learn how to say no, how to focus on things, but you have to make sure, and this is something that I'm really starting to discover, you have to make sure that you're doing things for the right reasons. And I've talked in recent videos how I've lived my life, how I've made decisions very passively. And there's a kind of belligerence in a lot of my past decision making, because I've made decisions in an avoidant kind of way, to not get blowback from people, to actually to quell a lot of the questioning that I've had from people, not wanting to bother people, and frankly, in many cases, to get people off my back. I've lived around a lot of people who are relentless questioners, and people who for whatever reason, nothing ever seems to be good enough, and they've repeated themselves over and over and over. And I found it incredibly laborious, really hard work. And a lot of things I think, oh, fuck it, I'm just going to agree to what they've said, or what they've asked, or what they've demanded, what they've been so relentless about, just to get them off my back. And of course, you can do that. You can do whatever you want. It's entirely up to you. Always remember that you are the one that will have to deal with the consequences of every single decision that you make. Those will be your results. You always have to remember that. And everything in the end comes back to you, and people say it will come back to bite you on the arse. But everything circulates, everything comes back. There is actually no hiding from the effects of what you've done, the decisions that you've made. And for me, seeing this fantastic new therapist, he's so fabulous, actually. And I know that in a few months' time, when we've really done some proper work together, I know it's really going to transform my life. It's why I've always been on a quest to be a coach myself, to actually help other people out through the darkness. Frankly, it can be very, very easy to get yourself into quite a deep position, quite a dark position, without actually making that much effort. It's quite easy to find yourself very lost in life, which is why I feel that focusing on what it is that you really want to do, and constantly developing the confidence and the resilience that I often talk about, to develop that resilience to keep you focused on your own path. And it's not an easy thing to do. A lot of people want decisions made for them. A lot of people want this so-called easy life. But believe me, there is nothing easy about sacrificing your greatness, your uniqueness, just because other people want to react in particular ways. And the point that I've actually always wanted to get to, the state actually, not the point, but the state that I want to embody is actually where nothing really bothers me but things will always get your attention. You can observe and analyze. I think it's an intrinsic part of my character, certainly. And I'm sure that if you're watching this, you will be a reflective person as well. You don't want to live in darkness. You don't want to live ignorantly. But I've let a lot of things bother me in a really big way. And it's a complete waste of time, because everything that's happened has happened. It's all done. Learn from it, but don't let it bury you. Don't let it overwhelm you. And certainly do not let it stop you from being the fulfilled, joyful, and productive person that you can really be. Because, as I often say, it is your life.